Okay, it's good to see you guys again after the vacation. This year is dedicated Lilu Nishmat Recholeya Bas Reb Chaim Tzvi. So today we're doing questions and answers. Okay, and we'll begin. The first question: Baruch Hashem, I'm zochet to have a husband who's always learning, and 4 children born within 3 years of each other. Well, first of all, I'm glad you're saying Baruch Hashem. A lot of people would say something else. If I don't need my husband's help, he's always in yeshiva, but he's always very happy to come home to help me if needed. I find that I have a lot of difficulty clarifying what is the priority and when. My husband would rather be in yeshiva until I need him, as opposed to being home just in case that I do. But I find that if he's in yeshiva, I won't ever ask him to come home, because I don't want to interrupt him. Not ideal either. How do I balance these 2 priorities? Okay, so your situation really has 2 aspects. One aspect is the old problem of this, that women want to be understood magically by husbands who don't understand them magically. So you would like your husband, ideally, to know when you need him, appear at that moment, and get back to yeshiva once he's no longer needed. Because you don't want to forego his help, but you also don't want to call him away from yeshiva. So he magically should know how much to come and when to come. You're not alone. Women in general would like their husbands to magically know what they need when they need. For instance, a woman would like her husband to give her a birthday present. She even hints around that her birthday is coming. He forgets. She says, "Oh, it's okay," but that's not what she means. What she means is, I want you to feel bad, look contrite, and go out and buy me a present. But what she says is, "It's okay, I don't care," leaving him to think, are you ready what the poor man thinks? That it's okay, because she just said twice, it's okay. That she doesn't even care, because she just said, I don't care. I could go on and on with this. Women would like to be understood because women understand. Women understand. Okay, so what I have to tell you is it's extremely unlikely that your husband is going to magically intuit when you need his help. So the burden here is really on you. You have to decide when you need him and for how long. Since you say that he's happy to come, then it's at that point your prerogative to say, would you mind coming home? I really need a little help between now and bedtime or whatever. Or I have to step out to the store, we have to do the month's big shopping. Whatever it is, you have to tell him. Ideally give him forewarning. Don't call him 5 minutes before you have to leave. And since he's happy to help you, count yourself as blessed. Now, what I hear as a second question is, in addition to all of this, there's something else. You would like, on one hand, to receive as much assistance as you can, because you have, after all, 4 children born within 3 years. But you would also like to be the sort of wife who's autonomous and who's able to tell her husband, learn as much as you want. You would like to follow very, very big footsteps. You would like to be like Rebbetzin Heller, who wouldn't call her husband away from learning even if they had a health emergency. Okay, because his learning was more important and the doctor is handling the health emergency with her. So there's not an easy answer here. And again, all I could do is to help you clarify the question. Learning Torah is an extremely important thing. Teaching Torah is equally so. It's what the world was created for. It's the blueprint. Every moment that somebody is learning, they're affirming God's purpose in creating a world. On one hand. On the other hand, Torah has to be practiced. One of the mitzvot in Torah is that if your enemy's donkey is trembling under its burden, you have to help it rise and reload it. If this is what the Torah obligates someone to do for their enemy's donkey, surely there's no excuse for letting one's wife claps under the burden of running the home single-handedly. So sometimes there are different ways of dealing with the tension between these two important prerogatives. Sometimes outside help is possible. Sometimes familial help is possible. Your mother can come over or whatever. Sometimes not. So what you have to really learn to ask yourself, is there something that your husband could do that at this moment needs to be done and no one else could do, that you can't do it yourself? You need help. And if the answer is yes, I need him, you have to give him the opportunity to put into practice what the Torah demands of him. And a problem that some people have with this is that their role models are people who they sort of put on a pedestal and don't see how they are in real life. I know a certain very chashuv Rosh Yeshiva